guys. So the yellow Dodge is finally done. We're untaping it this morning. And as y'all recall, that whole spot that you could see Dad's reflection in was primered with lacquer primer. Actually, it was lacquer primered about a week ago. Give or take.
Sitting in the heat.
Yeah, in the Texas heat nonetheless.
Of course, there's been a shitload of rain as well, but still.
Still been hot.
lot of humidity.
Yeah.
Because humidity fucks up the paint. You know? It's all humidity's fault. That mean old humidity that you can't paint in. Let's make sure we blame everything but the painter.
Yeah.
It's never the painter's fault. For all of the tough guys out there, I didn't do anything wrong. It's humidity. Like I painted this on a humid day. Yes, I understand. You don't get humidity like we do here in Idaho, in Niagara Falls, in New York, or in Virginia, or in Charleston, South Carolina, or in Florida. Right, because there's so much humidity in those areas. There surely can't be any shops in those areas painting at all, ever. They're reverse shops where they have to work at night when there's no humidity whatsoever.
Right. Let's see. Lil says hi.
Hi.
Glenn Sykes says, and we're back. Good morning, y'all.
Hey. I assume everybody is excited about the
weekend.
The events of history unfolding before your eyes.
Not really.
In history, do you get to see what you see?
Apparently a lot.
Really?
History repeats itself.
It does, but I wasn't here during World War II. I never got to saw them deal with things. Read about it in the history. Talked to a lot of World War II vets that no longer exist. It's amazing what kind of history you get from the people who lived it.
True.
I was definitely around in 1979 whenever the Shah was deposed. Of course, as a youngster, you don't realize until you're doing your history that at one time, America was buying its only oil source, not from Saudi Arabia, not from Egypt, not from Qatar, but from Iran. We were buying so much oil from Iran. And then the gas shortage happened. Because, well, thanks to Jimmy Carter, the Shah of Iran got deposed.
Let's see. Glenn says it is historic. Taking this tape off is historic.
Not really.
Let's see. I got a Nissan Titan. It's a little rust around the rear fenders. Thinking of spraying it with rhino liner. Is it a good idea or not? It's white.
It's whatever you're wanting. I'm not your daddy.
Will you be rhino lining the bed of this truck?
No. I don't know what the owner's doing.
Let's see. Glenn says, dang, that yellow looks good.
It is.
It's pretty. It's very vibrant.
It is. We do one of these yellow vehicles about once every 10 years, apparently.
Apparently.
And I'm okay with that. That's still too high of a ratio.
Same. I think the last one we did, let's see, we did a yellow Corvette first. That was the first one. Oh, no, wait. We painted 2 yellow Corvettes. One a newer one and one an older one. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Fuck nuts going up there in Virginia.
Yeah, the one who said his people founded that area,
Right.
even though he'd only been living there since the 90s.
Right.
And then the new Corvette, which that guy was really chill. He loved his. And then it was the little red VW or something. It went from red to yellow.
I remember that.
His was plasti dipped too. I think those have been the only. No, we did do another yellow one in North Carolina.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Remember, it switched from green to yellow. We did it for a guy that was from Virginia Beach.
Oh, I forgot. Him.
So did
Is that
I.
the one that drove through the hurricane and door deep water before they closed off his island?
No, I don't think so. That was a different guy. But this is like the 5th one we've ever done then, right? Or 4th.
In that case, no one asked me to do another yellow because I won't.
It's very rare. Let's see. Jeff says, I like mustard gold. I love it. Yeah, I'd say it's kind of mustardy. But it's more on the yellow side than the gold side.
I have to find out. We'll pull it outside.
Let's see. Dewan says, good morning, JP and Cynthia. Good job with the rainbow flake. Can't wait for you to paint my 87 cutlass with the green grape and the rainbow flake. Oh, Dewan, you've got the cutlass that's sitting outside right now.
Yep. Yours is not next, but
we can't wait to do that either.
We are working to get them done now that the nastiness is over with. Get all the nasty weather done, and then we can get the cars fucking done and going.
Actually, I think yours is the next one we do rainbow flake on. I don't think we have any more to do rainbow flake on. I don't know, but I can't.
I thought we had one more. I thought he had one, and then somebody else had another one. I could be wrong.
I don't think so. Let's see. Sage says, you got a turbo in that? Let's see. You guys always got more and more cars you're painting.
Yeah.
That's for Morgan. Yeah, it's crazy. We actually are delivering this one, and then we have one more coming in today and one more coming in tomorrow.
I told you, I get one done. I get 3 that want to come in.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Linder says a yellow belly auto hoss. Jeff Kendall says unmasking is the best.
I knew I should have brought that water out here. I'm thirsty already.
That's because you're talking. Why is he working and you just holding a phone? That's how social media works. I follow Pops around.
I mean, if you're so jealous of her.
You know it's true.
I mean, I don't get why everybody is so jealous of Cynthia. Does she paint?
Because I get to hang around with you, obviously.
Yes, she paints. Does she paint better than 90% of you retards that want to comment? Yes. Yes, she does.
See, he's a good dad. That's why I don't mind hanging around with him. Let's see. How much do y'all charge for paint jobs?
Well, it depends. Somewhere between look at the fucking ads that we run and then send us questions.
There it is. The base for trucks like this would be $800, and then we add $200 more for like reds. And very rarely do we do yellows, but it's $200 more for a yellow.
I won't do another yellow again. Look at my face.
I see your face. We haven't done. He declared that about what were they? Cargo vans, conversion vans.
Conversion vans.
And we have not done any more conversion vans.
Broncos and Corvettes.
The Corvette one is flexible though.
And actually Blazers. And it's not because they're hard to do. It's because their owners are such bitches. And I mean that. Crybaby, broke-back mountain bitches. You didn't get this done right. You're supposed to win in and buff. Even though you signed the paperwork that says, and I tell you, that there are imperfections that are going to show, and you can fix them. You can wet sand. You can buff. But no, I made $800. I expect a show quality paint job. You got one. All you have to do is put a little effort into it.
You got to pop the hood.
You
I
know,
think that one's under there.
if you can't see your pecker because you're so fucking fat, but you can't work because you live in an office, that's on you, fat boy.
Let's see. Results from the project. It's got to be the coolest. That's from live. Yeah, that's true. You get to see it. It does have rainbow flake on it. And although you can't see it in the shade, when you see it in the sun, you can kind of see it.
Lift up. Yeah, I'm going to go get water.
I think the clear even came off the underside of the truck. Well, we can unpeel this thing while Dad's gone. This is not easy to do one-handed. I could show you the truck. Let's see. What other questions do we have? Oh, why are you so miserable? Dang, sassy this morning. Dad is a little sassy this morning, yes. If you see the specs, see the little... You could just kind of see the rainbow flake as it kind of doesn't want to focus. You can see it much better in person. But it's pretty. It actually came out really well considering this whole rear side was peeling. And then let's see, all of this was peeling right across here. This whole thing was peeling. So was this. Honestly, the whole thing was peeling. Most of it had come off. The only downside to untaping stuff is having little bits of tape stuck to the bottom of my boots. Let's see. Sean says people just don't know how to work nowadays.
They don't.
Let's see. Glenn Sykes says, crybabies. Watch the fat stuff, LOL.
Fat old fuck here myself, but I could see my own pecker.
Let's see. Is that a 96 Dodge?
No, it's a 2029 Nissan Dodge Ram. It's a brand new experimental truck. Yeah, it's a Dodge Ram. I don't know what year.
Scott says they don't clear under hoods.
No.
I said it looked like there was no clear on it.
There isn't.
Why wouldn't you clear under the hood?
Because they don't care.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, it's really light right there, but then you can see that it's much darker right there.
It faded out. That's what happens when people
Yellow fades quick.
Well, no, it's people go. The base he uses is shit. It got no UV protection. Base doesn't have UV protection. You're full of shit, John. This isn't even in the fucking sun. That's not dirt, motherfucker. That's paint.
Yeah, that's never seen the sun.
Right. You're just wrong. They got UV protection in base coat now. Really? Okay. Do one in base and set it outside just for 2 days. Just for 2 days.
Is that top banana yellow? Looks like it.
No. Could be fuckface McGee yellow. I don't know.
Is that an... Oh, wait. I already read that one.
Have you guys seen any of the Bigfoot and Yeti?
The AI stuff?
AI shit?
I have. Those are pretty
And
cool.
I get it. I'm an old motherfucker, but that shit's funny as hell to me. I ran across one yesterday that aliens of an alien. And the aliens are like, we're walking along and Bob picked up this note off the ground and it said peekaboo. And we didn't know what the fuck it meant. All of a sudden, these humans just jumped out from the fucking trees and killed all of them. Left me alive.
I like that.
Another guy standing there with his arm in a sling. He's like, they're just animals. They're just animals. The humans came in while we slept and put laxatives in our drinks. And then shot us 3 days later while we were shitting.
Jeez.
A whole thing of that, man. I about pissed my pants laughing so hard.
That's funny. Let's see. How long have you been painting?
Probably longer than you've been alive.
37 years, 36.
36 years.
Let's see. Jake says, nice shirt.
Thank you.
Let's see. How many days did it take to complete it?
To complete it? Oh my God. You're one of those guys.
I think it's a genuine question.
395,000 days. I'm pretty sure. His next comment will be, so you made a whole $5.
Let's see. Jeff says, nothing like a good car project in the morning.
You let me know when one of them comes across one of those.
I mean, nothing like working for yourself early in the morning.
That's like using the fucking phrase of military intelligence or government intelligence or any kind of intelligence by anyone over 80.
Let's see. Crawl Fiend says, yeah, those Bigfoot AI shorts are pretty hilarious.
They are. I about spit out Mountain Dew. I was drinking the first one I saw because he's like, hey guys, Bigfoot here with Fuckface McGee. We're going to try some booger sugar today.
I watched the werewolf one. It was the first one I ever saw. He's like, I just ate this dude and I think he was on shrooms and now I'm freaking out, man. That one was hilarious.
I'm not much on the blood and gore of things. I hate horror movies. I don't go watch them or any of that. But I did watch one of the werewolf things where this human shows up in a den and he goes, I'm with so-and-so news and we've been invited out here by werewolf and promised not to be eaten. And so let's go take a look at his crib. And so the next thing you know, the werewolf has the camera. He's showing him around the crib. And then they sit down and go, now we're going to have a good dinner. And he shows the news media guy tied up. Okay. And he goes, I promise. I'm not going to eat the next one y'all send. I promise.
Let's see. Cruz says, I only clicked on this because of the reference to the AI Bigfoot. Good day, man. From Love from Australia. Panel beater at 10 years. Worked at a paint shop for 3.
Nice.
That's cool. That's from Regan. Reagan. Sorry, I probably said y'all got an Australian accent to the way you say things, right, anyways.
It's goddamn Reagan, eh?
Yeah, okay, that could be it. Let's see. Sean says, is there vodka in that drink?
No, that's water. What am I, fucking 20 again? No, I don't drink vodka anymore.
Let's see. Pull the truck outside. We will.
Sure. Why don't I just go ahead and just do what you want? That's what I do. Live my life by what people want done.
ZG says, hey, my BMW is sprayed the same color. I love it.
I doubt it. You got rainbow flake in yours? That's pretty odd.
Let's see. Grumpy Earl Shive, $800 and a Diet Dr. Pepper and sand your own sheet.
Well, there's somebody that's a bitch. You don't even have to tell the world you're a bitch. We already know it.
It's an NC Dodge, huh? Love it. Not sure what that means.
North Carolina Dodge? No, this is not a North Carolina Dodge. It's a Texas Dodge.
Texas.
We're in Texas, motherfucker.
John Parham says, looking good, JP.
Hey, man, you come to get to... Oh, no, that's different, John. Thank you, John. The guy who owns this name is John as well. Shit. Where is my goddamn barrel that was on this side? I bet I covered that bitch up. No, I didn't.
I don't know why you blaming me. I didn't paint this thing.
Did I say your name?
No, that's fair.
Did I fucking say, hey, Cynthia, what'd you do with my barrel, you little shit? No.
You know what's funny is the next question I was going to read was, Camera Girl, what's your name, if I may ask?
The camera girl's name is shit.
Really?
Or, hey, you.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Move.
That was her name for a long time. Hey, you.
Larry from time to time.
What the fuck is your name, kid? Come here.
Let's see. Danny says, is it true he's been taping for a year now?
Yeah, a whole year.
Now he's untaping. It's going to take 6 months to untape. Someone you don't know says, it looks great. It's a bold color.
It's not my color. It's the owner's color, and she wanted it this color.
It's fancy.
Right. Ain't she like Applebee's? Yeah, on the late night date.
Let's see. Yeah, it says I just got my diploma in automotive painting. I start work tomorrow, though. I love seeing this.
Congratulations. Don't do anything I tell you to do. Otherwise, you're going to wind up getting yourself fired.
Obey what your
Obey
the
what your
guy-
masters tell you to do.
the guy you're working for, or
Yep.
lady. Have you ever worked for a lady in this industry, a woman owner?
Yeah, I worked for two of them. Two of the best painters in the fucking world down back in South Carolina. Taught me a lot.
Is it rare to have women owners?
It's becoming more and more. It's becoming more and more of a thing for young ladies to own their own shops and be painters and stuff like that.
I've noticed that. I've started seeing that.
But yeah, when I was coming up, it was a really oddity to have a young lady as a owner or a painter or a body woman.
2XR says, is it done?
Yes,
Yes, finally.
just like your mama did.
Knowledge
Uh,
says, looks like it has orange peel.
Well, it does,
What?
but we don't hide that either. That it's got orange peel because everything can be wet sanded and buffed. And this gentleman,
He gonna wet sand and buff it.
he go wet sand and buff the shit out of it because that's what he wants. That's what his wife told him to do.
Thomas says, the fastest way to find out if someone is from Texas is just wait for them to talk.
Really?
I don't know. If you're talking about accents, I've noticed that a lot of Texans down here don't have accents, like us, because we're not native born. But some of the native born, yeah, you could tell they got the accent. But if you're talking about the way they talk, like in the things they say, yeah, you could tell.
If you're trying to insult someone by their intellect and you're telling me that their intellect doesn't show very well because they have an accent, you're the dumbest fucking human being on earth. And I find that absolutely funny that you are.
Let's see. Jay says, looking great. Someone said, nice hairline.
Yes, thank you.
Your mama's hairline.
That always hurts my feelings.
Oh, Pops, you gotta cry now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Someone insulted you. It's time to cry.
What did they say?
The hairline joke. It's time to
Oh.
cry now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I better quit painting. Oh my goodness. He's been so mean to me. Oh, oh no, someone insulted my hairline.
Tony says, taxi cab yellow.
No, well,
It's not that close.
maybe a little like the yellow cab.
They're a little more like a darker version of this yellow. Like they're more on the mustard gold side of things than the yellow side.
I paint a lot of those for Econo down there in Raleigh.
That's why you hate yellow so much. Thunder says, have you ever tried Iwata spray guns?
I have. I don't care for them.
Let's see. Mo says, I want to paint cars. I currently paint cabinets. Do you think the skill will transfer?
It's a little different, but it could.
I don't know. I've seen some of the guys who paint cabinets. They look like they're pretty good with the paint gun.
I've got one dipshit who paints doors, and that's I guess
Like the
that's
metal
all-
doors.
Yeah, I guess that's all he paints. And so, he gives me a lot of shit all the time. Make your cars look like this. Make your cars look like this. I'm gonna go buy a metal door just so I can spray it. Make your doors look like this.
We should. When you build the house, we should get a metal door and then we could paint it cool colors. Let's see. John says, the reason why I asked your name is because I was going to say you got some good painting knowledge. I do. I've learned from a master painter. He hasn't always been the kindest on giving critiques, but he's been the best.
How am I not being kind?
I'm a girl. Sometimes we have more emotions than men.
That's not true at all. These pussies nowadays, they're just women. No wonder they need to change sexes. They have to. They cry like a woman because someone insulted them. Like, I can't begin to tell you how many people come on my comments and go, I'd like you if you just weren't so foul-mouthed.
I know, they're always men.
You have to, yeah, they're always men.
At least the women that come on here are trying to spout knowledge. They're not just like insulting you just cuz.
Right.
Let's see. Easy Money says yellow's my favorite color to hate on. It's an easy color to hate on. But you know what's funny is it's so popular in the 70s. Like all them neon colors. Like, ugh, why?
Pastel.
It's like, brother, ew.
Ooh.
Let's see. Danny says, I'm not automated. Use Stone Body Shops, and they worked on them today.
English. Version U, not. Speak well.
Scott says, Jack has no beanstalk. I don't know why I read that one. That was just funny.
I mean, like I said, no wonder there are so many gender confused little boys running around out there. That man, how old are you, 30? That man, it hurt my feelings. I can actually see the vagina growing.
Jeez. How much would you pay for a similar paint job?
I wouldn't pay a goddamn thing.
Right?
I could paint it my own self.
And yet you don't. Of the multiple vehicles you've owned throughout your lifetime, how many have you painted for yourself?
One.
What did you paint for yourself?
It was a little Mazda station wagon of some kind.
Really?
Yeah, it was one down in North Carolina. And like a week later, it got totaled. So I decided no more painting of the cars.
You're too superstitious.
I'm not superstitious. I'm just cautious.
Although you did paint Uncle Steve's conversion van, right? And then backed into somebody right after you painted it.
I didn't back into anybody. It didn't hurt the paint job.
No, but you had to give them $100 so they wouldn't file with insurance.
They still with insurance.
What an a-hole.
He's a scammer. He's a piece of shit. Mama should have killed him at birth.
What's the story behind the shirt? Does it say your name? Yeah, it does. It says your name and Mom's name.
Well,
here we go.
This would be me. This would be my wife. Yeah, I mean, what don't you understand? Is it Johann or Jan?
Could be Johann.
Or Juan or I mean, you know, what the fuck?
The shirt used to fit him better because he used to be bigger.
I used to be fatter and the shirt fit me better. Now it comes down to my knees because I've dropped so much weight. That's the good news. The bad news is it's all the isocyanates that everybody keeps screaming, they're going to die. Okay, congratulations.
Let's see. Yeah, says there were 17 students and there was only 2 ladies with us. I hope they actually find jobs opportunity because being a girl's not easy, but hopefully they make it. There's been a lot more women in this industry. And it's pretty cool that of a class of 17, 2 of them are women. Because when I first started, obviously I didn't have to put up with a lot of sexist BS because I started working with Dad. But there were no other girls in this industry other than the ones that Dad was telling me about that he worked with. But of all the places that we've been, I never saw another one.
No, usually women don't get the opportunity men do because men are threatened by how much better a younger painter is than them.
Much less a girl. Much less a girl.
Well, I'm just saying. Painter won't hire a female helper because they know that he's going to be replaced in 6 months by someone better. That's misogyny at its best.
It is.
Being a bitch at its best.
Is there a bedline cover? No.
I don't know.
This is just how this one is, I think.
I don't know.
There could be.
What's it to you? What do you care? It's not your fucking truck.
Let's see. Ron says, why not remove the lights? Why not remove all of the parts?
Okay, I tell you what. I'll go into this one more time. I get this a lot. I get a lot of R&I bullshit. In my day, it's wrong terminology. R&R, remove the part, reinstall the part. R&I, remove the part, install a brand new part. Now I get mocked for that all the time, but I'm seeing more and more wrong terminology coming out. Like now, fools, retards, morons, dick-sucking idiots are the only ones that are screaming at me now about shrinkage of clear. It took me a few days to figure out, and talking to some of these morons, they're talking about dye bag, which is where the clear is not as shiny. Okay, I don't have that problem. They do. They have a problem with dieback. It's not shrinkage, okay? But they're confusing it because they've got the wrong terminology thanks to pieces of shit like Ryan Turbo Durbin,
The TV star.
and Mike, the fucking Refinish Solutions guy, media guy, running around calling shit wrong because his fat ass has sat in an office for 40 fucking years and doesn't do this for a living. Now, I don't remove parts because if the bed is tweaked ever so slightly, when I remove the bolts and go to put the bolts back in, they won't line up in the hole, right? So you gotta tweak the headlight or the tail light to put it back in, which puts pressure on that nut holder, okay? Which could snap that off. Then John has to buy taillights. You guys go ahead and do your R&R, your R&I, you're sucking each other's dick going, this is the only right way. All you fucking want, because you're a bunch of bitches that don't have to pay for anything. You work for somebody else. You're sucking their dick so they can pay you money, and you don't care about the materials you waste. You don't care about the vehicle's trim that you tear up because you don't have to pay for it.
Most of them don't remove it. The body man does anyway.
Which is why your fucking owners of your shop only hire family that know what they're doing, and maybe they probably don't R&I because, I keep posting up pictures of guys who go, I R&I everything because I'm the greatest. Right? But I keep putting up pictures on their goddamn page of cars where they tape them up like me. But they're charging $4,500, $5,500. But surely they've got to be better than me, even though they're making claims of R&Iing their bullshit, even though I keep showing pictures. And I won't even get into the pussy, nameless, faceless little bitches that won't name their own shops because they know I'll do exactly what I've done. I'll go on their page, find their shop, and show the work that they really do.
That's true. Like the guy the other day who was like, oh, it's you get cheap quality, whatever that what's that saying? Cheap
ain't good and fast ain't better, or something stupid.
Right. That mofo had the audacity to tape up all his door handles on his Oldsmobile, his Cutlass or whatever, right? Tapes it all up. Then he turns around, and whenever I call him out on it, says, well, it's my own personal vehicle. I can do whatever I want. So I was like, oh, okay, so you don't actually believe it for your own personal vehicle, right? Because clearly you're not believing it if you're doing it on your own vehicle.
And that wasn't his own vehicle. That was a fucking customer's car, and he knew it.
Yeah, it was a customer's car. Let's see. Someone said, I can still see the door dings and the waves.
Oh my God, can you really? I doubt you can see waves because, first of all, you don't know what you're looking at. Second of all, it's not a show car, so they don't care about dents.
Door dings.
Door dings. They care about taking it from looking ugly to making it look shiny with something that they want. Now, I know that's insane because, well, you're a bitch and you don't know anything about this industry.
He's not the only one. There's so many of them that do that too. Yeah. And by the way, this one has flake in it, so it does have a little bit more see all the little specks and stuff like that than most of them do. But actually, a lot of that's just dirt. But also, that can all be removed. It can all be removed by wet sanding and buffing, which is something we don't do, but this customer probably will because he knows how.
If you fucking idiots actually truly knew what waves were, you'd be working in a resto shop like Ken Diggett's, but you don't and you can't.
Yeah, because they don't know.
You don't know shit.
Most of them work collision and act like they're God's gift to whatever.
Right.
Everybody works.
A couple of panels.
Right. Everybody works in collision. So this one is completely untaped now.
Exactly.
You're right, not completely. Let's see. They call it a 20-meter paint job.
I call your mama a 20-meter whore. She looked good from 20 meters. And then, that $100 euro sign that she hung out, which is only 50 cents in America. I get up to the bitch and go, here's a penny, you fucking ugly bitch. Now what?
There it is. Let's see. Slick says, I work at AutoZone, but I know, trust me, I just pretend to be better than the guy who doesn't know unless you're paying. To be fair, you have to bluff most of the people when you're at the counter because otherwise they'll be like, I don't know what I want. I don't know. So there's not a lot you could do.
Let me get an air filter for a 350 rocket engine. Okay, sure. Give me the VIN number. What? Give me the book, stupid. I'll look it up myself.
Let's see. Linder says, John boy sure is a peach to be around. Pull the pile outside already and let's see the Redneck Mako special.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's pull your dick-sucking wife out there. I'll give her another penny for the BJ I got from her.
Anyways, we have 638 people in here right now.
Them kids ain't yours, motherfucker. They're your buddies. Whenever you run off to go fishing, she's banging your buddy. Those are his kids. Pretty soon you're going to have to pay alimony for the 23 kids that she's got.
This is actually great. Thank you, Sal. Sal says the overspray is crazy on there. This is a great segue because we tell everybody we're not perfect. So we want to make sure that people know when they come to us, it's not. There is some overspray on your trims. And if you want to take it to the guy who charges you thousands of dollars to remove it, you can. But if not, then you can come to us because truthfully, until you zoom in, you don't really notice that stuff. You don't notice overspray on anything because who pays attention? You just look at your car every morning when you get in and you go, oh, it's nice and shiny. It's no longer peeling anymore. So you're happy with that.
Hey, John, I don't know what happened to your stuff here, but...
oh, no, his headlight popped out.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, it just broke off.
There's damage right there. I happen to look over here, and this thing is like this.
Hanging off.
Well, I think he was replacing the headlights anyway.
They're pretty yellowed out. Let's see. Imagine talking all this crap and you wasted your money on Mopar. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Well, I mean, hey,
but look,
if you're so worried about it, why don't you go see a retard named Mopar Keith up there in Pennsylvania? He does really excellent work. Bring him your low number Plymouth Duster or any Plymouth whatsoever, and he'll replace it all with aftermarket parts that don't fit and do shitty welds.
Well, see, this is my point. Hold on, stay where you are. I just like being able to see your reflection in the car. This is $1,100 paint job because it was yellow and we added rainbow flake. So most of the time our base product started $800, and this is what you get. This is the way all of our vehicles look. And look, I can get right up to it. Okay, look, see that? I'm right on the paint. It doesn't change it. It's still shiny. It doesn't change anything. Let's see. I might just sub for the cringe of everything.
Oh, I think you should. Now, you lying piece of shit. Why don't you really go, I don't know what I'm doing, and so I'm going to follow this guy, mock this guy, but send him direct messages asking him how to do this. Because that's what happens. Guys like Mopar Keith that I truly fucking hate, I don't follow him. I mock him every time his shit pops up.
Let's see. Taylor says, how much would a dealership charge for the same paint job?
Probably $25K. Realistically.
Yeah, because a dealership is always going to be way more than even a regular body shop. Right. Even the custom guys don't charge as much as dealerships. The comments are moving quickly. Definitely not taking painting advice from this mofo. Yeah, because heaven forbid you get a nice shiny finish.
Because you're on my page. Why? Why are you on my page, dick sucker?
Slick says yellow is expensive. The dealer would overcharge for any color, honestly.
Yeah, they do.
But especially yellow. We actually have had a lot of people who have had like 2019, 2020 Hyundais, right? And so they want to go back for the recall because those things are peeling up like crazy. Well, there'll be a little dent on there. And they say, okay, we'll do your paint job for free. But because you got this dent, it's going to be $4,500 to fill a dent. And when I mean dent, it was like literally like you can see this one. We all know that Bondo is going to go in that dent, and it would cost less than probably $2 to fill it with Bondo. But they charge $4,500. And they would not do the car without filling the dent because they kept pushing the false narrative. Oh, if you don't fill dents, then it compromises the paint job and it will peel because of that dent, which has never been true. It's never been true. If that was true, then paint would peel the moment a car got any kind of hail damage on it.
There'd be no PDR.
Can you not hit the bee that's flying around me?
Come here. Banga. Banga, chinga. Yeah.
Someone says, I wouldn't have you painting my doghouse.
That's because you don't own a dog, stupid. The
You don't even own a house.
SPCA Society says you can't own dogs because the last time they caught you and you were just sick in the head and had to go to the mental hospital.
Let's see. Terrence says, give him props. There's not too many left charging fair prices anymore. Unfortunately, there aren't, but there are some. It's just that it's harder to find them because so many of these collision shops are what you normally run into first. You don't run into the small guy like us who goes, hey, these are my prices.
They're collision shops. They can't do this work because they don't have skilled people like me. They're unskilled. You know what it takes to paint a hood and a fender? Not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing. Give me a fucking spider monkey and with a paint gun, and I'll teach it how to paint in less than a week. Better than the retards they've got hired.
Yep. Skywolf says, why y'all hating? This man is a legend. And then Nicholas says, because we want a good laugh. That is funny. When you get dad in a mood.
When you poke the bear, you get the shit. The shit right on you.
It's 8:56.
Yeah.
What time is he supposed to be here? 10?
10. Yeah, just sit around.
Let's see. Neo says, is Sickens paint very popular in America? It's the top dollar paint here in Australia. Then it's PPG, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sickens is just as popular here. Sickens and RM. Is it RM?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Sickens is just as popular here. Here, a gallon of the base is probably $200-300. Over in Europe, where it's manufactured, it's like $50 a gallon.
Probably. Same thing with PPG. Let's see. Justin says, could have done a better job with Rust-Oleum. Sure you could.
I'm sure you could. Show it. Wait, Justin? Oh, Justin, shit. I've seen your work, man. Hell yeah. I do better with a goddamn roller and a house paint than you do. Shit.
Let's see. Buddy says, I think the worst vehicles are the Jeeps with the hinges.
Yeah, they are.
Matt says, you popped up as I scrolled. Now I can't stop watching this crap show.
I know, right? We're such a shit show that we're so good.
Says, looks good to me. Crap, I've seen paint jobs from professionals and it was friggin' disgusting.
I am a professional, and yes. I paint better than 90% of people out there, and they hate that.
They do, because you do it for like literally a quarter, like a quarter of the price, or a quarter. It costs them pennies.
I do it with a fucking $20 paint gun from Harbor Freight better than they do it with the $800 Sada paint gun they got. And it drives them nuts.
Let's see. Woody says some people get motivation and pride from doing quality work.
Yes, I do, because my work is much more quality than anything you could put out.
Sal says JP needs to learn PDR.
Nah. I don't
That's a very tedious thing. I think PDR is cool, but it's too tedious.
Interested in it.
The Cowboy Fireman, he says, good morning, JP.
Hey, man, are you back from Canada, or did you go up there yet? You need to start limping like this. I can't go to Canada. Let it burn. Fuck that dump.
You have such a problem with Canadians.
I hate Canadians.
You know, I think on Facebook, 98% of
The bullshit comes from retards from another fucking country.
No, I was going to say 98% of the 30,000 followers we have on Facebook are from America, and then the other 3% are from Canada, and then 1% is Australia.
We need to find the ones from Canada and throw them off the page.
Let's see. Can't warranty the paint if we don't fill that BS. Yeah, that's what Glenn Sykes says. That's what they do. They can't warranty unless it's absolutely perfect.
Right, which is not an accurate thing.
Let's see. I gotta go down. I didn't realize I was so high up in the comments. Slick says wraps are bad.
No, they're not bad.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There's a young lady who just opened up a shop down in Houston that does wraps.
I think wraps are a better option for if you want to do flat matte colors. So like, obviously you don't really go through a car wash with a wrap, or at least you shouldn't. But at least if you wash it at home, you're not going to accidentally make it shine.
Right.
Plus you can get those crazy aluminum
You can
colors.
get the crazy colors that paints can't do yet.
Yeah. Paint is Stone Age. Wrap is what everyone wants now.
No, that's not true at all. You're just mad because I'm taking your wrap work. You want to quote somebody $5,500 to do a wrap, while I can do the same color that you're wanting to do for $8 on a truck.
Oh, Cowboy Fireman, I'm sorry. He says, no, I had my buddy's grandma's funeral, but I'm heading back up there coming next week.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry for your friend.
For what it's worth, pass along our condolences.
Yeah. Google says, I like his attitude.
Everybody does.
Carl says, what is this shirt? Why are people obsessed with your clothing?
Why are you obsessed with a shirt that says John and Mary? My fucking name that I've established is John.
I don't understand why people are obsessed with your clothing, though. I have never, in anything that I watch, I've never seen so many people that are just like, what are you wearing, JP? Why do you wear this? I just don't understand it. Let's see. Orange peel included in a professional setting, too, I see. Nice paint booth in a hillbilly shed. Well, thank you.
And yet I still own my own shop, own my own business, while you're sucking dick of a boss going, yes, boss, I'll do whatever you want, boss. Yes, boss. Okay, boss. That's good, boss. Can I have some more shit, boss? Please, boss. While I work my hours and have over 30 customers with another, I don't know, ungodly amount that want to keep coming into me. And I'm changing the industry across the nation. What are you doing with your life, you sack of monkey shit?
That was probably the best one.
Besides sitting down and munching out on mama's titty for lunch, going, the mean man, the mean man.
2XR says, can you do mine with the buffing? No orange peel?
I don't wet sand. I don't buff. I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, we don't wet sand or buff anything. I've been taking 1 to 2 hour breaks on the clock. That's from Slick. Reagan, sorry, Australian. Once again, I can't pronounce your name. Pretty much all you're doing is making the car shiny again. You aren't a professional painter. That's 90% better than all the rest. You're a hack. Don't crap on those who take pride in their work.
You don't take pride in your work, you little bitch. You're in Australia. You can't do half of what I do. Otherwise, you'd post it and have as big a media following as I do. You know why I've got a big media following? Because I take monkey fucks like you who are down there in Australia fucking billy goats and sheep and make you look stupid. And not just stupid, but super stupid. Because this is quality. Every inch of it has been sanded, which means, unlike yours, my shit ain't peeling. I use quality clear that's better than anything PPG has. And no, it's not even a fucking high solid clear. Now, I know you don't know what that means. So you go Google that now, okay? And see, you Australian back broken bitch. Go run along. Google is something that you can look up stuff on and find out what I just said.
An American invention.
Run along now, Aussie hopper. Go find your good kangaroo and crawl inside of it.
That's a good one. I'm not going to lie. Let's see. Blue collar guy says, guys talk a lot, prove zero.
Right.
All of these people do, yeah.
Just like the Aussie little bitch who has nothing on its Facebook page. And I can't call it a man, because if it did, it'd have a set of balls to post its own work, and it doesn't.
Well, everybody...
I could see the vagina growing on that bitch.
Everybody acts like orange peel and dirt nibs and everything else are the end of the world. They could never be removed from a paint job, even though each and every one of them gets both of those. And then they have a detailer. They don't even do it themselves. They have a detailer does it for them.
By the way, bitch boys, all you bitch boy professionals, I don't get orange peel in my stuff. You're shooting with a 1.2 spray head. The amount of time it takes you to do a fucking front clip, I do an entire fucking truck twice. I clear it twice, and I'm done. Because you have your 1.2 spray head.
They do.
I'm brain dead. All I have to do is hold my arm up this high and go this slow. Oh, but look. There's absolutely no orange peel. There's absolutely no clear on that, you fucking inbred piece of shit. Can't figure out why your shit's peeling in 6 months. Because you don't have any material on it, you dumb fuck.
Paul says, I ain't seen one MFer prove this man wrong yet, but they keep shooting their shot. See, that's the thing. They want to impress JP. It all revolves around Pops. They want to be him. They want to be like him. They want him as their daddy. They can't help it.
Oh,
the one, he says, trade. You could do the paint and body work on this heavy wrecker, and I'll do whichever one you're doing. No, thank you.
I ain't fucking around with wreckers anymore.
No, thank you. Let's see. So much laughing at so many things that aren't the slightest bit funny.
Yet they are.
Terrence says, don't mind them. They hating worldwide. I know. We say this all the time.
I am not just hated in America. I'm hated in Canada, Australia, North Korea, South Korea, Taiwan. I would say Iran, but there's nothing left of it. Pick a fucking country.
Tom says, Australians got put in cages for a cough. They did. Let's see. Frame says all the people talking crap have never painted a car.
They have, but they do it with a 1.2 spray head. And for those of us who are real painters, what the fuck is that?
Just a little wasp.
No, what wasp? It looks like ash.
No, that's a wasp.
No, there.
That's what you just peeled off.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Black.
It's a piece of rubber vinyl.
Got me worried. Hold on.
It's a piece of vinyl, Dad.
You know what?
It's a piece of vinyl.
Keep going.
Morrison Racing. Hey, he says, hello, JP. Thank you for all your help last stream. I painted my Nova last night and it turned out awesome. Thank you for all your help and info. I appreciate it.
Nice.
He was the one who painted in humidity. He said, I think he bought from one of those paint companies and they kept telling him we couldn't do it.
The whore.
No, he bought from like Auto HQ or something like that.
Okay.
So he wasn't sure if he could paint in humidity or not.
Cool, man.
Hopefully it wasn't too humid.
Yeah, like we all know that Australia, there's no body shops in Australia because there's always humidity in Australia. You can't paint in humidity. It all blushes.
Spencer says, work speaks louder than dip. And obviously he has business, so shut your faces.
Exactly. I keep saying this, man. I got this one finished. I finished this one yesterday. I had a guy coming in from the oil.
Odessa and stuff.
Out in Odessa. He lives here pretty close to us. He's coming in. And then I got another guy who contacted us back in May who also came out of the oil fields. And he's dropping off on Monday. I can't get caught up.
I know. That's why we're building the garage next door.
Yeah,
if we could build that.
Garage next door. Next week we'll show you the progress on that because we've got, once that gets up, then we'll be doing 10, 12, 15, 70.
Buddy says, I like you, dude. You're cool.
I like you too.
Why haven't you pulled it out yet?
Because
we have a line of cars.
I'm standing here talking because guess what? I'm not your bitch. I am my bitch and this woman's bitch. Okay. So
I was showing
Since-
Mom that. She'll think that's funny.
since I own my business, I'll do whatever I goddamn well please. Go fuck your mother like everyone else. And your wife.
It is
Not your kids.
It is actually 9:08. Should we pop off of the live?
Fuck no.
You know, we got to start everything and pull it out.
Yeah, but everything runs except
Yeah.
for this one. This is the one that's going to take the longest.
I know. That's why I said.
All we got to do is hook it up to a jump.
Sal says JP has some Australian in him.
You better take that back or I'll come find you. Don't you do that again. Hey.
All of Dad's people are from England, like all except for the German line. If they're not from England, then they're Germans.
Right.
Let's see. Regan says man oversprays and defends it.
We haven't defended anything, you piece of shit. I just said I'm better than you, and you don't like that. Well, you have overspray. Yeah, okay. Well, some of it lifted up while we were painting. Oh well. Now what? Now what? Now
Guerrero says my wife is very upset that I'm listening to you guys.
you should be, because everybody keeps fucking her. She's trying to tell you to stop listening because your buddies are fucking her. So
Oh, see, now you're being mean because he says I'm listening in bed and she's very upset. You get that man killed. Yeah, she's popping him upside the head right now saying, don't you ever listen to him again.
Which means those aren't your kids in real life, man. I ain't joking.
Just carrying it off. Let's see. Blue Collar says, this is the reason nobody's bringing an expensive car there. Probably all salvage titles.
Right. Like the Master Sergeant's 1953 Chevy, the Gran Torino. I've got a Chevy Bel Air out there. Yes, it's a 4-door, but it's still worth more than anything you've got. I've got people's vehicles here. I mean, what's expensive? What is expensive to you?
We've got a what is that? A 3500 that's sitting out there?
Those are like I did a Ford
20-30 grand.
I did a Ford Mustang that blew the mind of Michael from New Edge, screaming up and down that was a $70,000 car, and I ruined it, even though the customer wanted it and was happy with it, and
he loves it.
Out of Atlanta. So I mean,
oh yeah, not to mention the 100-year Corvette we did, which is actually goes roughly for 120 grand. We painted that one a chameleon. We've done Beamers all over the place.
Actually,
we've done the older Jags. We've done a lot of older vehicles, but it doesn't matter how much a vehicle costs, because at the end of the day, it's all about what the customer likes and how happy they are.
Every customer has their favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I've got customers out here who have dropped me off their grandfather's truck, their father's trucks,
I've never
and stuff like that. Now, to you, they're pieces of shit. To the customer and to us, they are priceless. Meaning, if you touched them while I'm out here and you're trying to rip something out of it, not only am I going to shoot you in the face, I'm going to fuck you in the ass afterwards just for the fun of it. They're priceless. Now, you may not know what that means, but other people do. So you go ahead and keep mocking stuff. And I'm going to remind you of this again. I've got people who own 10 head of cattle that have more money in their cattle than you'll ever make in a lifetime as a net worth, you fucking piece of shit. And we're not even talking about the thousands of other head of cattle that they own, along with the 10,000 plus acres of land. Or the home that was built in 1900 that still stands, that has been modernized twice over, and the fucking brand new vehicles that they own.
I know. People take everything for granted. They're like, oh, you're doing this 98. This is actually the second vehicle we've done for him. But people are like, oh, you're doing these older cars that are 20, 30 years old now. They don't bring you any of the good stuff. You don't get any nice cars, except for whenever we do one of the 98s for them, then they turn around and bring us like the 53 Chevy. That guy had 2 previous vehicles painted by a different shop, but whenever he saw us and he saw the price quote that other shop had done for him, they wanted 20 grand. We told him like $2,300, I think, is what we wound up doing it for. His, by the way, has hydraulics on it. He has custom interiors, custom engine. Everything about his costs more than probably half of y'all.
His truck, as heavy as it is, will outrun any kind of piece of shit you got. I guarantee to you. Master
Yeah.
Sergeant has put a lifetime of work in that truck.
Let's see. Old cars are better than new cars. Most of them outlast a lot of stuff.
First Sergeant. First Sergeant?
Master Sergeant.
No, I think he was First Sergeant. Holy shit. Hopefully he ain't listening and I fucked up his rank.
Tom says Australians don't know about shooting. They gave up their guns. They
What's that
did.
got to do with anything?
It's probably a side conversation. I haven't been paying attention to the comments. Are you talking about 10 cattle being worth someone's entire net worth of their life? Yes. Do you not know that there are show cattle down here? Like, I think it was like a Highland that sold for $500,000. It's a show cow. These people down here are crazy about their cows.
Now I'm just talking about 10 head of cattle. And since you live in the city and are too stupid to understand what that means, you have no concept about the horses or the side-by-sides or the four-wheelers that they use to take care of them, let alone the hay that they buy or the hay that they grow or the corn or all the shots that those animals get. You have no idea how much money go into just 10 head. Now, I'm not talking about someone who owns 10 head. I don't know anybody that owns 10 head. I know people that own a minimum of 100 head and they sell a few, but the rest of them they kind of keep and eat and silly stuff like that. You don't understand. I have a neighbor behind me that owns land. Google map Runaway Bay, and you'll see that the person who lives at the end of Runaway Bay owns all the motherfucking land. It's got to be well over
A couple 100,000, maybe even
1 million plus acres between me and fucking Jacksboro, the city.
Only true Texans know how big that is anyways. Glenn Sykes says, you're so right. It's priceless to me. I don't give a crap what they think. Exactly. And that's the point. Every vehicle is priceless to somebody else.
Right.
But people who want to put a monetary value to their life and to the things that they do, they're not going to have a very good life.
This man, his wife wanted this truck. This man didn't want this truck. This truck has some serious fucking electronical issues. But this man didn't want this truck. His wife did. His wife he's been married to for 30 plus years, I think.
She said it's because they met in the truck like this.
When he was younger and owned a truck like this. And so she wanted it back yellow. That makes this truck priceless. Makes it worth more than your fucking life.
Let's see. Subi says, you ever think of doing powder coating?
No. Not even remotely interested in it.
Tom says, I live in New York City. We need more people like this here.
No. You guys need to get rid of the illegals and then the drug dealers can come back in.
They make everything better.
Right.
They keep the gangs in check.
They do.
Let's see. Brian says, keep up the good work.
Always.
Let's see. Can we see the truck? Yes.
No,
but then I need to end because I think we need to pull all of these others outside.
Open your motherfucking eyes first.
Yes, there are dents. Yes, there are imperfections in it. This was $1,100. If you don't like dents and you don't like imperfections, well, we can actually fix the dents. But imperfections are going to be there because we're not perfection.
We don't give a fuck. Our customers don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. Because normally, just like this one, this whole thing was peeling all the way around. It was peeling badly. All of the clear was gone off of the top surfaces.
We give a fuck on what the customers give a fuck about.
Like I said, it was peeling on all of the top surfaces. Is it orange peely? Like I said, yes, it is. Yes, it has imperfections. Yes, it has little dents and dings. But customers don't care because this whole thing was nothing but peeled up clear all along the sides and everything. Thank you guys for joining us. Well, I don't know if I'll try to go live again once we pull it outside.